In this video, I am going to talk about why 2025 is the best year to start a career coaching business that I've seen in the last 8 years. It will be one of the most lucrative and rewarding businesses you can start. I'm going to go over 5 things. Number 1, why 2025 is the best year to start a career coaching business. Number 2, who makes the best career coaches and are you qualified to start this business? Number 3, a 5-step process to help you get started and make your first 6 figures. Number 4, I will cover how to overcome the biggest pitfalls that beginning career coaches make when starting their businesses so that you don't have to. Number 5, I will explain why I and my team feel like we are the best partners for you when embarking on this journey. If we have not yet met, my name is Daniel Botero. I am the founder of Opni. I've been a career coach for over 10 years. In the last 2 years, I've helped over 45 career coaches build scalable, profitable, impactful businesses. Over 86% of our clients generate over 6 figures, and you can do this too. And if you are an aspiring career coach or a seasoned career coach and want to take your business to the next level in 2025, I have a gift for you. In the month of January, we are offering a limited amount of free business audits. What's a free business audit? A free business audit is where my team and I get to understand your current business, understand what you've done so far, where you want to go, and what's stopping you from achieving those goals. We get to diagnose the data and help you understand how to solve your number 1 constraint. So if this is you and you want to learn more about how to start a career coaching business or how to take your career coaching business to the next level, apply for our free business audits below. Now, let's get back to the video. Let's talk about why 2025 is poised to be one of the best years ever to start a career coaching business. And I want to break this down into 3 main reasons. Number 1 is all the economic shifts that are happening because of AI. Number 2 is the growth of the creator economy. And number 3, where there's actually more stability in owning your own business than working in corporate. So let's get right to it. Look, it is no surprise that there is a lot of uncertainty in the job market today. There's a lot of things that is controlling this uncertainty, from AI impacting pretty much every single job out there and in the way that companies do businesses. Companies are going to continue to do layoffs because they're restructuring for efficiencies that AI is providing. That's going to ultimately disrupt the job market, right? We still don't know if AI is going to create more jobs that is going to replace, but what's going to happen is that there's going to be a lot of people transitioning jobs, careers, industries, and making a lot of pivots. And when that happens, you're going to need career coaches. And so the demand for career coaches is going to increase. Now, you're probably wondering, well, Daniel, why would they hire me? And why wouldn't they just go hire a big corporation that does career coaching? And this takes me to point number 2 in this section, and that is the growth of the creator economy. You see, the growth of social media has grown a new industry, and that is the creator economy. That is where creators, or people who are posting content on social media, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, anything, you name it, are able to grow an audience, grow influence, and ultimately monetize that. Now, what's ultimately happening is that more and more money, billions and billions of dollars, are being invested into creators who have their own program, their own coaching programs. People who have a 6-pack have programs on how to get a 6-pack. People who have amazing careers like yourself have programs on how to have amazing career, like career coaching. And people are even helping people how to pick up girls or pick up guys using dating apps. Whatever you can think of, there's someone out there, there's a creator or an influencer that's out there monetizing their audience. The good news is because of that growth, more and more people are being accustomed or used to hiring people from the internet because they've built a relationship with them and there is trust to be made. And this has fueled the growth of the creator economy, which is growing by billions of dollars every single year and is expected to continue to grow. And this is really good news for you because this is a way for you to monetize your talent. So if you're listening to me and you have a lot of experience in an industry or in recruiting and hiring manager, this is why career coaching is expected to grow so much in 2025. And then number 3, there's no more job security in corporate America. If you've been in corporate for more than 3 years, odds are your company has gone through some sort of layoffs or restructuring. And so corporate America is no longer the safe route, especially with all the changes that are happening in AI. And so for me, and I see this all the time, if you want to control your destiny and you want to have more stability, which is the reason before why people wouldn't start businesses, I am willing to bet that there's actually more stability in having your own business where you have massively more control of the success or the outcome of even your income than if you did in corporate America. And more people are realizing, again, driving the growth of the creator economy and driving the growth of the career coaching industry. So I think you don't want to be one of the first people to jump on a trend, but you also don't want to be one of the last. And that is why I believe that 2025 is poised to be the perfect year for you to start a career coaching business, because people are accustomed to buying things from influencers and from people online, but it's also not too saturated where everyone is a career coach, like everyone's a real estate agent. Everyone knows a real estate agent. Right now, not everyone knows a career coach, but eventually that will be the case. And that is why it's important that you get on this wave before it becomes too mainstream and it becomes very, very hard to penetrate. Which this then takes us to the second section of this video, is who makes great career coaches, right? If you're listening to this like, Daniel, I understand what you're saying on your first point. I see this as the perfect timing, the creator economy and the stability in the job market. I can see why we should do it. But am I even good enough to be a career coach? Am I qualified to be a career coach? And here is my thoughts on that, right? First is the soft skills. Do you have empathy? Do you have strong communication skills? And ultimately, do you have a passion for helping people? Now, those are like, let's say, a prerequisite. And if you have that, that's great. But if you have that and you don't have the second point, which is experience in corporate or in a particular industry, then that's going to be very challenging. So if you have the soft skills, the drive, the empathy, the careness, the want to help people, and on top of that you have HR experience or recruited experience, or you've been a hiring manager, or you've been in an industry for 5, 10, 20 years, the more years the better, then you understand this marketplace, you understand the industry, you understand what is required and why companies make hiring decisions, then you have the skill sets and the backgrounds to do it. Now, the third thing is what you don't need is you don't need a career coach's certification, and you don't need to have 20 years of hiring experience either. Like, I think if you have those soft skills and you are willing to execute and work very hard to build this business, then by no doubt, this can be a very, very successful business. Which then takes us on to point number 3, which is the 5-step process to helping you get started with your career coaching business and make your first 6 figures. Step number 1, define your niche and offer. It is very important, especially when you're starting out, that you are competing in a very particular niche and not trying to compete with everybody. You're not a career coach for everyone, for whether beginning career, middle career, senior career, whether it is for engineers, marketers, finance, accountants, HR, is too much. What you want to do is really find a niche. And I've made videos about niching down. There's a lot of materials about that. But it's really important that if you want to have a shot of your business being successful and you want to compete against the Goliaths in the industry, then you need to niche down. You need to focus on a particular niche. Usually, that is your younger self. Usually, is the industry that you were part of for a long time. Usually, is helping people get into a manager level if you're now a director, right? So it's your younger self usually makes the best niche. Number 2, you want to build an offer that's based on value and not based on time. And that ultimately will come to actually some of the biggest mistakes that career coaches make. And that is ultimately that they are spending too much time on trading their time for money versus time for value. And so what you ultimately want to do is say, I will help you get a job and you pay me a flat fee. And if that takes me 3 months in 10 one-on-one sessions, or if that takes me 3 months and 2 one-on-one sessions, it doesn't matter as long as you deliver the result. And so you definitely want to go to a value-based offer. Number 3, you want to build your personal brand, and you don't want to, especially when you're starting out and you have limited time and resource, trying to market everywhere. So my advice to you is start with LinkedIn. Why? Because fish where the fish are. If you're trying to help people in their career, There's no better social media network than LinkedIn to do that. So start your LinkedIn strategy, start posting on LinkedIn. In this channel, there's also a free LinkedIn course where you can learn our LinkedIn strategy that we teach our clients on how to create your landing page or your profile page, how to design that, how to create content, and how to ultimately mine those leads. And then number 4, you want to be able to lead generate, have a lead generation process. Again, we teach that in a different video, but ultimately what you want to do is you want to create really engaging content that generates a lot of views and profile followers. You want to then be able to get inbound leads, warm outbound, and cold outbound to get you to the amount of leads you need, to get the number of clients that you need to be able to generate your goal. Ultimately here, what I'm trying to say is you need to be able to market yourself through your content and not be afraid to message people and start the conversation. And the number 5, it's all about making sure that you're getting them to a lead magnet and ultimately having the sales conversation. There is a really good video that if you haven't watched in my channel called The Theory of Constraint, or How to Solve the Right Problem, where we dive into all 10 stages. I quickly went over 5, but I just more than anything to give you an overview. Also, I will be providing an ebook in this book, which goes over all the steps in much details with links to the right videos. So if you're really interested to understanding how to start your career coaching business, my ebook, Career Coach's Secrets, it's right here for you to download. Number 4 is about overcoming the most common challenges that you will face when starting your career coaching business. The main challenge I see that career coaches makes is that they are focused on solving too many things at once. They want to build a group program, a one-on-one program, and a hybrid program. They want to help too many people. They want to solve marketing, sales, and operations all in the same week. And the reality is, if you make everything a priority, then nothing is a priority. And focus becomes key. And here's the thing, as entrepreneurs, we're generally visionaries. We're generally always thinking about the future. And that is also our Achilles heel, because we're always looking for the new shiny object syndrome. We have a conversation with someone, they're like, podcasting is the best, so you go to the podcast. And then a week later, somebody says TikTok is the best, and you go to TikTok. And the reality is that wherever you focus most of your attention, that's what's going to generate the biggest growth. And so it's making sure that you are solving and prioritizing and solving the right problem. Again, if you need help with that, that's what the ebook or the rest of the videos will help you accomplish. The second biggest mistake is not having a small enough niche, trying to go too broad too early. And that's very, very hard for you to compete with established career coaches that have hundreds of thousands or millions of followers when you're starting out. So it's really important that you niche down. And number 3 is not allocating enough time to building your career coaching business. You don't need to work 90 hours to make this successful, but you do need at least 20. It is going to be very difficult for you to compete with someone who's putting in more time, more effort, and focus into something when you're just doing this half-ass. You really need to prioritize this if you want to make this successful. Number 5, why you should consider working with us. And I'm going to make this actually extremely short. Here's the thing, the best way to reach any goal is to learn from someone who's been there, done that, but also has taught many people. I've been a career coach for over 10 years and have built a very successful career coaching business. Well, for the last 2 years, I now work with career coaches and helping them build their business. And over 86% of our clients build multiple successful career coaching businesses themselves. Now, we don't work with everyone, so you do have to ultimately apply to work with us. But here's the reality. You will have the right strategies, you will have accountability, and you would have community, which is the 3 elements that dramatically increase your chances of being successful. So the way I look at it is very simple. Either A, you can try doing this yourself, which you can if you put enough time and effort into this, but you're going to have to be okay with the falls and burns and bruises that you will learn along the way. Or B, you can take a shortcut. You can work with someone who's been there, done that, has systems and processes to generate predictable results, so the odds of you succeeding dramatically increase to over 86% versus over 80% of businesses fail in the first couple of years. You don't have to make that decision today. You can make that decision, but I would just say schedule a free business audit to learn a little bit more. As I wrap this video up, thank you for watching and making it so far. If you haven't already liked and subscribed to this channel, I make weekly videos to talk about how to grow your career coaching business. I believe that everyone deserves to have a career coach. Just like when we buy a house, we use a real estate agent, and when we plan for retirement, we use a financial advisor. And I believe that that's going to happen, especially because AI is going to want more people to have those human interactions. I don't think AI will replace career coaches. I think career coaches that use AI will replace career coaches. So if you have the same belief that people deserve to be in a job that they love and that people are going to want to have career coaches to help them elevate their career and take it to the next level, then you, my friend, are part of my family, and I want to be able to support you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.